We're going to make a multi-language survey. And the first thing we're going to do is put our flags folder inside the media images folder. We've got a few flags there, and we just need to set them there. Now, we've already got the HTML created for the favorite survey, but we're going to take in that in the body, just before the form, we're going to put 4 input statements, 4 input buttons. Okay, they have an on-click that's a change language, which we do not yet have that function. And they have a class, English, Spanish, French, or German. We don't have those classes either. Let's start with that. So we create our style to /style. And let's start with English. First thing we're going to do is a background image, and that's the URL of the media/images/flags english.gif. So that'll get us the English flag. And we're going to specify a height and width of 30 and 40 respectively. I'll do the same thing for Spanish, French, and German. So at that point, what we have is an HTML file that gives the same questions, but it says there's these 4 flags that we can click on. But we don't have the change language function yet, so we're going to create that function. What I've got here in the notes is a language variables.txt, and you're just going to want to cut and paste that in there. You wouldn't want to put all that yourself. But remember, in each division we have an ID, favorite color, favorite season, favorite pet, spelled F-A-V, pet as an example. What we're going to do is in that change language, we've assigned all these variables, and then we're going to say, well, if the language that we're sending as the parameter, we see that's the parameter in the change language function, if that's equal to English, then change the inner HTML of favorite color to color ENG. We see all that right there. Season ENG, pet ENG. So we're going to change all those if they're looking for English. Of course, they may be looking for Spanish, French, or German, so we've got those options as well. Now, from the HTML file, copy the script and the style code. Why are we going to do that? Well, we're going to post it actually here in the favorite survey.php. No reason to really have 2 files, an HTML file and a PHP file. So we're going to paste it right in there. And that stuff doesn't necessarily do anything unless we call it. But then we're going to take all that HTML code and create an echo statement, echo to end code, down at the bottom as an end code. And the only other change we need to make is the $self. We have to set up the server php_self, so we have an action equal $self. So what's going to happen now, instead of having a main line that includes if get, just echoing those 3 statements, what we're going to do is we're going to have, if it has a get, we're going to insert the survey. Otherwise, we're going to display the survey form, which is the function we just created. Now, let's take a look at the function insert survey. It's got the date, it's got the IP address, it's got the 3 color, season, and pet. So that's 5 items, which is why the SQL says insert into favorites, list the names, values, and it's got 5 question marks. Okay, those are being inputted. So first thing we do is prepare that statement. Now the next thing we have to do, because we have these 5 items, we have to bind those parameters. They're all going to be considered strings. I know that yeah, they're all strings. We'll count them that way. And then we execute the statement. And your vote has been recorded. And after that, we'll just close the object. So now, favoritesurvey.php shows up with these things. You make a choice, you hit submit, and it says your vote has been recorded.